I know I had a lot more to cover, but before I leave, um, you know, I hate to keep going back to running Congress, but God sent me to do this. Anything I do, people are like, oh, all my friends be like, why you coach high school football? I say I coach high because God sends me to coach high school football. I'm there to be able to make an impression on young people's lives. I'm there to be able to help kids go to college. I can go give $10,000. I can go get $100,000. I can go give them. We can do $1 million. What's it gonna do? There's some adult getting the money, taking it and doing whatever they want to do. Most of them do the right thing with it. But to be able to be in these kids' life and tell them your story, remind them where you came from, because most of us didn't come from a silver spoon. I didn't. I was in the house with a two-bedroom house with four other brothers. And out of that two-bedroom house, it was a Jamaican dad, a Bahamian mom, and they taught us to work. And we worked our ass off. Two, three sumo cum laudes came out of the house, two who's, one Navy pilot, another executive chef, and then there was me. My mom raised out of a two-bedroom house in Liberty City. One of the first people to gentrify the neighborhood. When my dad went and knocked on the door and said, look, this is my house, here's the deed. That white man told my daddy, hey, look here, you don't belong over here, you belong over that wall, because it was a 12-feet wall. And he said, you belong over there in Liberty Square Housing Project. You sure you bought this house? Yes, sir, I bought this house, and it's time for you to leave. He said, no, you need to be over there in that place called Pork and Bean. My daddy said, what the hell is the Pork and Bean? He said, over there behind that wall, the government housing project where the people over there could only afford pork and beans. That is why they call it the Pork and Beans. And people, that's to a lot of older people, that's a derogatory name. That's Liberty Square Housing Projects and every other project. And why were we moved over into Liberty City? Because we were no different than Tulsa and every other black community that had a black community bonded together. Had a black community that was bonded together, that was spending money, living it up, vibrant, the dollar circulating, the stores, the bars, the restaurants, the entertainment, all that in our black community. That was called overtime. What did they do? No different than Tulsa and everywhere else. They took and ran a fucking highway straight through it. Ran a highway straight through it. No different than they did any other place. And if you know the rich history of Palm Beach was beautiful black area too. They burned the whole fucking town down. Burned the whole black community down in Palm Beach. So when people ask me, why are you running? Why are you doing? No. I know my history. Trust me, I know history. And when you know your history, you know the things that you can do to help your people out. When you know the history, you know that there are things that can be done to help the community out. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, people. That's what it's all about. It's all about rebuilding, revitalizing, doing the right thing.